Cameroon dream actually rests on three core values: humility, or let me put it the way you put it, humble, hungry, smart.
Smart. Yes.
Tell us about these values.
Yeah, so these are values that I read from another book written by an American author. I had this in my mind, but I didn't know how to really put it in a way that would hit, right? So reading that book, it helped me gain clarity to come up with this. These are values. Like, this whole mission and vision and project is to redefine what it means to be a Cameroonian, right? What does it mean to be a Cameroonian? Like, we are struggling even with identity issues, right? We want to be like another nation. We want to be act like another nation. I don't want to call names, but it is all identity issue. So what does it mean to be a Cameroonian? Can you distinguish a Cameroonian from any other African? So we in the course of writing this book, we redefined what that means. And this is the new ethics or new image that we want to see, that a Cameroonian is someone that is humble. What does it mean to be humble? Humility doesn't mean that you deny who you are. Humility is accepting who you are. But at the same time, it doesn't make you superior to others. So humility is very, very essential. It's a key attribute that every Cameroonian should embody. Right? We talk about humble, we talk about hungry, and we talk about smart. Just to rush through these points, when we talk about hungry, how bad do you want this transformation? How many times are you willing to fail and keep going? What time do you show up for work? What time do you go back home? Are you willing to just do the average like anyone in your company? Or you're willing to put in the effort more than everyone in your company? Maybe when everybody is gone home, you are the last person to stay back and make sure that you finish everything that you need to do to prepare for the next day. So when I'm talking about hungry, I'm talking about someone with a desire to be successful, that they are willing to work extremely hard to get there. So this is what I'm talking about when I talk about hungry. How bad do you want it? Can you look at this individual in their eyes and tell that they really desire to be successful? So these are new values that we are introducing to as to what it means to be a Cameroonian. So humble, hungry, the desire for growth, and then smart. That is where you talked about the education thing. Like, people don't want to read, right? Like, I have a stack of books right here. And mind you, these books have been read. It's not just something that I put behind me to look cool. They have been read. And if I pick a title here, I can be able to tell you instantly, like, this book talks about this, and this is what it has helped me or shaped my life in this way. So smart is not just academic, but smart in the sense of applying what you have studied. And I think with our organization, we have a university, online university, Nation Builders. We emphasize this, that you don't just study, but you come up with a plan to apply what you have studied. So I think humble, hungry, right, and smart. So humility in itself has to do with respect, right? Respect. We have to respect. I mean, we might not like maybe what is happening in our country, but we need to respect our leaders. I think so. We need to respect those in authority. And I think without that level of respect, because the thing is, the government has all the problems. That is how people see it. And the citizens have no problem. But what I think is there is a certain degree of responsibility that the people do have, and there is a certain degree of responsibility that the government does have. And it is when we understand our own role, because sometimes we can focus on talking about what the other person ought to do, but what should we be doing? What have we not done? And if we can focus on ourselves, I think a lot of the things we're talking about when it has to do with the government will be taken care of. Yeah, that is why my whole idea is focusing on us. Let's work on us. If I give you the money to make me the chair, and we agree that you get the job done in 1 week, in 2 weeks, in 2 weeks, I should be able to come and pick my shares, right? I should be able to come and drive home with my shares. If you tell me you prepare a visa for me to travel abroad, be honest with the details of that transaction so that you don't let your brother or sister get stuck somewhere. This is what I'm talking about, because this destroys our lives more than what we are talking about as to what the government is doing to us. Can we be honest with each other? If you see your brother abroad, are you happy that they are there, or you wish you were the only one abroad? If you're working in a company as a black person and then you see another black person coming, do you start feeling bad? You wanted to be the only black person in that office and you're not happy that your brother has showed up? These are issues that we overlook. And the government is the brush, like the broad stroke that if we say, oh, the government is a problem, then we can escape all the other issues that we are dealing with that we ought to be doing to one another. So I think if we can unite, be honest, love one another, that is what humble, hungry, and smart embodies. These values that tomorrow, if I travel around the world, they want to talk about Cameroonians. They say, no, Cameroonians are honest people. Cameroonians are loving people. Cameroonians are cooperative, genuinely, with no ulterior motive. They really want to serve people. And if that is the new image that Cameroon has, that we are presenting right now to the world, guess what? Prosperity will come. We will attract investors. We will love one another. We will go on to do business with one another. And I think if this environment is well established, that is what scripture says, seek first the kingdom, and then all these other things shall be added. And I think humble, hungry, smart, and capitalist.